Hi, my name is Justin. This is Nooks Cooks. Today I'm going to be cooking tortang talong, a Filipino eggplant omelet. So let's start. Like I mentioned earlier, tortang talong is an eggplant omelet. Torta meaning omelet and talong meaning eggplant in Tagalog. In Kapampangan, the word for eggplant is balacenas, so I like to refer to this dish as tortang balacenas. In Spanish-speaking countries, you might hear the word torta referred to types of flatbreads, and in Mexico, torta is a type of sandwich. I'm going to take you around the garden today to harvest some of the vegetables that I'm going to be using for this dish. Welcome to my garden. Here are my Asian eggplants. I have two different types. Right here is what's called a Turkish delight. And then over here on the left, I don't know if this is showing, but this is a Shinkansen named after the Japanese bullet train. So these are Asian eggplants. They tend to be longer and thinner as opposed to like an Italian eggplant, which is more stout. And now let's harvest some tomatoes. This is a new girl variety. This is a version of an early girl. These are the first tomatoes I have ripening in the garden this summer. Here are all the ingredients you need for my version of tortang talong. Other than some salt and some oil, you start with eggs. These are some beautiful farm fresh eggs that I have here. Look at all the pretty colors of the eggshells. And then here are the eggplants that I just harvested from the garden. And then finally, I like to serve my tortang talong with a side of tomatoes. And here are the tomatoes I just harvested. That's it.
This is the only step you have to do to prepare your eggplants for cooking. You want to poke them all over. This allows the steam to get out, otherwise they'll explode. Don't ask me how I know. You can do this with a fork or you can do it with a knife. This is probably overkill, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. There are multiple ways you can cook your eggplant. One is broiling them in your toaster oven or oven, grilling them on your grill, or cooking them directly on top of a gas burner. Today I wanted to try something different, so I cooked them in my Ooni pizza oven. Every couple of minutes, I pulled the eggplants out, flipped them over to make sure they were evenly cooked. This is the same you'd do for any of the previous methods I showed. After 10 to 15 minutes, the eggplants will appear like this, and they'll be soft and tender from top to bottom. And now they're ready for the next step. I let the eggplants cool down for a few minutes and then it's time to peel off the skin.
Hot. Hot, 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 hot.
I like to eat my tortang talong with a side of salted and chopped tomatoes. I cut the tomatoes into small cubes. Whatever size you cut them, it's totally up to you. Whenever I have the freshest ingredients, I like to keep the seasoning simple. Here all I need is a little bit of kosher salt. Salt and tomato are best friends. Salt brings out the best tomatoey flavors of tomatoes. Now I start cracking the eggs. There's no set amount of eggs needed. All you need to do is choose the amount of eggs that are enough to coat all the eggplants you plan to cook. Now scramble the eggs. And then season the eggs with kosher salt. I'm pretty heavy-handed here. I find that a lot of salt is needed to bring out the best flavors of the eggplant. Now lower the eggplants into the scrambled eggs and use a fork to push in all the eggs into the eggplant. You'll want to do this on both sides. When I press down with a fork, I try to make the eggplant as wide as I can without it starting to fray. Line a pan with neutral oil. And then fry the egg-soaked eggplant. Add in some of that extra egg mixture, just so nothing goes to waste. Once the bottom side of the eggplant has reached this brown color, flip it over and do the same for the other side. And you're done.
The tortang talong is ready just in time for lunch, so let's give it a taste. Mga tamo, let's eat. Let's try it first with just the rice, without the tomato yet. I know that's incomplete, but just so we can get a good taste of the torta. It's so fresh, and that's even without the tomatoes. I mean, these eggplants were on the plant like, what, 20 or 30 minutes ago? I mean, this is as fresh as you can get them. So let's get some tomato. Put that on them. Oh, oops, get that on there. Okay, magandamo. This is so good. I say everything's my favorite, and right now this is my favorite. This is a perfect summertime meal to make with fresh ingredients. I mean, you don't have to grow these. You don't have to grow eggplants like these. You could go to your local farmer's market and get the freshest eggplant and tomatoes, and it just tastes like summer. Also, don't skimp on the quality of your eggs. These are really high quality eggs, and they actually have a lot of flavor. What a great lunch. Manyaman. The eggplants can get a little bit gooey after they've been cooked down like that. So the eggs, the fried egg, kind of gives it some body. So it gives it a contrast of texture. Everything just tastes so fresh. Yeah, this is so good. I could eat this. My parents will actually take eggplants from their garden and cook them down without the egg yet. Well, just like, the roasting part, and then freeze them. So in the middle of the winter, they'll add the egg and then they'll fry them up so they can enjoy this all year long. It's not quite as good, but it's pretty close if you can prep them while they're super fresh. Maybe not vegan friendly, but this is one of the few vegetarian friendly dishes that I'll be preparing on this channel. If you're okay with eggs, especially high quality eggs, I would say try this dish if you're a vegetarian. I could eat this all day. Hi everyone, thanks again for watching. If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment down below what your favorite type of omelet is, and remember to like and subscribe. Peace!